hear me? I want to just make sure. Oh, something just fell. I want to make sure everyone can hear me just fine. As I get the game actually loaded onto a screen that you can see. But good morning, good afternoon, good day. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Make sure I can hear me. If you can hear me, drop some microphones in the chat, and then I'll know at least that part of things is working. And then the next thing I'm going to work on is actually getting the game on the screen. Right. That should be working just fine. Thank you, Flower Loki, for that. Alright, I think everything is working as it should. It looks like everything is working as it should. I think. Alright. Perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright. Okay. Here we are. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing good, having a good start to the day, evening, afternoon. I know, Jeffs, it's the middle of the day for you, which, yay. So almost every time I would do like a premiere or a stream, it would always be late morning or evening. And I told myself one day I will do something early enough for Jeffs to be able to attend at a reasonable hour. So this is partly for Jeffs, thanks to Jeffs. So I'm glad you can make it. Also, before I forget, Jeffs, you were first. Oh, I forgot to do this. Let's officially start things. The cloud save definitely threw my day off. So let us officially commence the festivities. Tea pouring to start the things. Um, and Jazz, because you were officially first, you can go ahead and claim the first command. Just for funsies, if anyone else wants to, you can claim the not last command because you weren't first, but you're not last. So, just for funsies, if you want to go ahead and do that, that is something that you can do. But welcome in, everyone. Dax, I know you're lurking. But if you can hear me, hello, hello. Thank you for your first time joining us in the parlor. I'm happy to have you here. Noel, good morning. I know you said you are working from home. I don't think you said you were lurking though, so I'm glad you could catch the stream. Joss, again, hi again. Flower Loki, hi. It's been a while. How are you? Sissix, hi, welcome in, Sissix. Happy Monday, happy Monday, and happy holidays to everyone if you are celebrating. Um, I don't typically do morning streams or streams this stream this often in succession. It's been a while, 2 days in a row. Who even am I? But we are on winter break over here, and it sort of worked out that my husband was home over the weekend plus winter break, and since I am naturally a morning person, I decided to take advantage and stream because I miss hanging out with you guys. So I figured, why not? It's holiday break. Let's spend some cozy morning for me hours together. So here we are. Ooh, Chris, when did you sneak in here? Good morning, Chris. How are you? Happy day, happy Monday. I feel like you're not on winter break yet. at your school? I feel like you said it's coming up, but correct me if I am wrong. So I don't know if you're lurking or not. Sissix, it is your first time catching a stream. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, for the all the first time. Happy to have you. And Crest, if you remember the joke I made in your stream, I was just happy to find an applause sound that I liked. That was the applause sound. So I went through at least a dozen different applauses. I mentioned this yesterday on stream, and my husband was so confused. He's like, "Why do you keep clapping yourself for yourself?" And I was like, "I want to see which one I like the most." And so he was very confused, but we did land on one that I like the most. Okay, you will be work lurking. Okay, Dax is work lurking. You can join Dax in the work lurk. Totally understand. So yes, that is the applause song that I landed on. Some were just a little too boisterous. Some had too much fanfare. Some were too weak. That one felt the most um, real, if that makes sense. So, yeah, it is a work day, Noel. So I'm sure you're not gonna be alone with the work lurk or feeling like work is in the way, cause dang it, adulting. But I'm glad for those of you who are here, whether you're working or not, just for being able to join me this early morning. I'm naturally a morning person, like I said. I actually would like to know whether or not you guys are early birds um, by nature and just this feels natural to you, or if you're a night owl but work unfortunately has you out of the bed. Um, yeah, I'm so curious to know. I am naturally an early bird, but life tends to have me up late at night, just kids and my husband's schedule and everything. Um, but my preference when I have an ideal day, it definitely starts very early in the morning. Um, and also, um, okay, hold on, let me get this pulled up. I can't walk and chew gum. Okay, let's start the poll. Poll started. That is done. Okay, wonderful. Just kind of curious. You woke up to a windy negative 30. Is that negative supposed to be there? Or was that a typo? Tell me that was a typo, Six, because I don't like the way that sounds. We are officially in winter. I get that. However, that just feels like an excessive amount of coldness. Uh, don't like that at all. Before we start, I'm gonna change my shoes. I am not loving these shoes with what did I do? With this outfit, and it's actually been driving me crazy the whole time I've been standing in front of the house. If you can believe it, it's been really irking me. Um, the red of the shoes feels a little too bright for me. Don't love the boots. Love those boots even less. No, I love this style. If it was only a little bit more muted, I think that would have been wonderful. No, I don't hate this, although the gold trim. Yes, I go through this every time I dress my character. It's a whole thing. I think, okay, let's see, maybe something black will work. Don't love that. The red tag in the back is going to drive me crazy. Oh, actually, so why don't we do this? Touch of magic. Voila. Uh, all right, we're done. She's dressed and ready to start the day. Woohoo! Um, so that was not a typo, Six. Got it. The door was frozen shut. Oh my goodness. So I live somewhere that has four seasons. I'm originally from somewhere that has four seasons, so I am no stranger to cold winters. However, I have never experienced a door being frozen shut. So what do you do when it gets this cold? Like, I mean, I guess, are you somewhere that is equipped for this kind of weather, statistics, first and foremost? Because I know some places have been getting weather that they're not equipped for. I think back to a couple of years back, for example, Texas, they had no idea what to do with those temperatures. So are you somewhere that's equipped for it? And how do you prepare? I'm just so curious. Like, are you okay? Do you have all the supplies and things you need? Or is this kind of a norm? Because you did also say frozen shut again. Noel, you are definitely a night owl. Flower Loki, you are an early bird. Crest, I suspected you were a night owl. That does not surprise me at all. You are going to Scarlett's on Christmas Day. Oh, that is an amazing way to spend the holiday. Oh, I love that. I've actually traveled on Christmas Day before. I enjoy traveling on holidays, period. I'm not a big holiday person in general. I'm not a big flyer in general. However, in the past, when I've had to travel for the holidays, I actually enjoy doing it on the holiday because everything is practically empty. And so you breeze through the airport, you catch an Uber quickly, or if you're picking up a rental or, whatever, the streets are pretty clear. Like, it's such an easy travel day. Yeah, so yeah, I think you're gonna have a pretty chill travel day. Love that for you. Which means we have a sister stream coming up. I feel like introductions aren't necessary, but if someone is lurking in the back of the parlor somewhere and you don't know who Cress is, Cozy Cress plays. Her link was up when she came in. She is an amazing streamer here on YouTube, playing DDV, streaming DDV, has amazing decorating videos, touch of magic tutorials. Definitely get to go and check her out. But her sister also streams on Twitch, also DDV. Although Scarlett is also doing 2 Point Museum now, right? I haven't caught any of her 2 Point Museum streams, but when they're together, they do a sister stream. So that'll be a fun time. Who will be hosting the sister stream? You, Cress, here on YouTube, Scarlett on Twitch, or are we gonna have like a dual stream situation going on? Very curious. All right, let's see. Oh wait, did you say Scarlett's husband will also be on the stream? Oh, that's gonna be a fun time. 3 gamers? Wow. 25 degrees where you are, Crest. What did you say, Flower Loki? Did I miss it? 25 degrees where you are as well. You're in Canada, Sis6. Okay, I don't think I ever knew that. So while that explains quite a few things. So you're equipped for it, yeah. So this is something that I guess you're used to, even if you're not enjoying it. Okay. Okay, that makes a world of a difference. You finally got the door open to let the dog out. Good, 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 good. Very excited for you and the dog. Jeffs, I love Canada. So I lived in Montreal for about 2 months. I was there was a Broadway show, a national Broadway show touring, and it had stops in Ottawa, Montreal, Quebec. And I was a chaperone for one of the kids. And so I ended up living, quote unquote, there for the time that they were touring in Canada. And I absolutely loved it. There is an amazing environment. The people, the culture, the food, the architecture, just everything made me so happy every time I woke up. I eventually did get a chance to check out West Canada, so Vancouver. Also beautiful, but I will say Montreal is probably my favorite out of all the places that we've been to. It is just, I don't know, just something about it. Just gave me all the warm and fuzzies as if like that's where I was supposed to be. So I absolutely love Canada. JF, since you get a chance to visit, I hope you get a chance to visit. I think you will definitely enjoy it. By the way, I have my morning voice. Because fixing the cloud save definitely kind of threw off my morning routine. If you weren't here early on, I went to load up my game just to get everything set up, and I put everything up, and then I went to like go get my tea and stuff like that. And I came back, and on my screen was a cloud server error 4. I've never seen that before. And so I kind of just closed everything and thought that just starting everything again would make it go away. It didn't go away. So if anyone ever has that error, what I did to make it go away, I'm on my PS5, but I also play on Mac and Switch. I opened the game on my Mac, did a local save on my Mac, did another cloud save on my Mac, 'cause that is the last device that I played on last night. And then I reopened the PS5, and I guess it just needed a brand new cloud save pushed to it or something. Not sure what happened, but that did fix the problem. So if you ever have a cloud error save 4 and you have another device you can open your cloud save on, there it is. Um, excuse me. It is 9 degrees where you are, Jazz. Oh my gracious. Um, I hope everyone has something warm to drink, a cozy corner that they're snuggled in. I mean, unless you're at work, but I don't know if that can work the same. But with a cozy blanket, with these temperatures, I love the winter, but that's because I love all that it represents, all the vibes. I quote unquote celebrate solstice every year. It's something I started doing a couple of years ago. Just as I got older, I realized I was more in sync with the natural cadence of the solstice. Like all of nature slows down, stops. You have animals in hibernation, the trees shed all their leaves. Like, nature slows down and or stops. I feel like humans, we're the only ones who go against nature with the whole hustle and bustle of the holidays. But the solstice tells us slow down, take it easy, and just to prepare for new life in spring. And so for the past couple of years, I've kind of made that my life philosophy, if you will. And so these temperatures kind of lend to that, but I hope you can actually be cozy and comfortable. That's where I'm going with these temperatures. And speaking of the solstice, we do have a solstice coming in. Just a kind of few reminders of the season, nudges for this new winter season. So if you want to use, and those are free redemptions, exclamation point solstice, just to kind of see what comes up for you. A little fun little addition from yesterday's stream. Let's see. So you are hosting on YouTube. You don't want to. Yep. We like it here on YouTube. Dax 52 mid 70s later. Not terrible. It's giving fall weather still for you. Anything under 10 degrees and I'm calling out of work and staying in bed. Absolutely. Once we hit single digits, everything needs to stop. I don't understand how the world still functions. To be quite honest. That weather is so nice for December. Agreed. Like I said, it's giving nice fall weather. I just assumed you were a fall girly, Chris. Yeah, I love winter. Winter is my favorite season. Absolutely wish humans could hibernate. So since you live in the US, Oregon, Tennessee, love the West Coast. Yeah, I'm a transplant. I have things I love about the East Coast. I love things I love about the West Coast. Don't ask me anything about the Midwest, but the middle of America. Period. I don't know anything about those places, but the coastal states, I do have a fondness for them. But I do think I'd still take Canada over them. Not even gonna lie, I'd take Canada over them. Just something about, like I said, it was the people, the architecture, the culture every day. And maybe it's because I actually did not live there full time, so there was still this kind of wonder for me. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed my time there. You are bundled up in front of the heater. Yeah, this is definitely turn on your heater, light the fireplace, whatever it is. This is definitely that kind of weather. All right. Cress, what did you get for the solstice? You had your holiday meal yesterday. Thank you, dogs. So, I redeemed Cress's Twitter, and my daughter was sitting there with me, and I was like, "Hey, what should I name the winter Pegasus?" And she said solstice, and it made me weepy. And I was like, "Oh." She's like, "Yeah, I know you love the winter solstice, mommy," and I was like, "Oh." So thank you, Dax. I will tell her that there is another solstice out in the DDV verse. I actually need to name mine. Ironically, I haven't done mine yet. The longest night has passed. The light is finding its way back. Yes, I'm glad that's the first one that was popped up for today, because that is one of the things that also I think makes the solstice special. It is the longest night of the season, and we officially inch our way back towards longer days, towards the sunlight. And something about that, I feel like, especially as someone who has dealt with seasonal depression before, there is an optimism and a beauty in that. So I love that that is the message you got. Crust. Make a hot chocolate, but I'm also, and I don't want to. I felt that I had hot chocolate yesterday. I made authentic hot chocolate on the stove top, like with the grater, grating down the chocolate. It was amazing. So even if you don't get up to make it now, I do hope you get your hot chocolate jobs at some point today. Technically, I'm a fall girly every year until winter comes, and then I'm a winter girl. Fair. I just can't choose, so it's a vicious cycle every year. You are a Burr month girly. Let's call it that. You love the Burr months. September, October, November, December. I feel like that's a fair assessment. A reminder, rest is part of the cycle. I feel like that's very apropos for you, Jeff, since you just said you don't want to move because you're so snug. Rest is part of the cycle. Be snug. Enjoy it. Okay. I got myself all caught up. So we are going to do, if you were here yesterday, we're going to do the same thing we did yesterday. Okay, my pockets are at a decent size. Let's get, you know what? Let's do this. First of all, let's get solstice. I actually need to level up solstice. And so I can also have more pocket slots. And then I will have Solstice and Peggy with me. Why did I do that? There we go. Done, done, done. So we're gonna have Solstice and I think Lucky. Or Max. No, Lucky and Solstice, come back. Solstice was not supposed to leave. There we go. The baby. Alright, so I'm gonna do my dailies. And Flower, look, you got the same message. Oh, there's definitely supposed to be more cycling through. um, all right, you're right. That is an alicorn. We were actually watching the My Little Pony movie last night. So my dailies consist of usually visiting, I want to say the most relevant to me stalls. So Kristoff stalls for resources, although I've been slacking on going to Storybook Vale and Eternity Isle, but I go get these resources, doing Remy's quest for the wrought iron, although the past couple of days I've been having to hunt down the rat and I don't feel like it, so I've been skipping that. But let's see, if he's around, if he's around today, then we'll do that. It says he's home, allegedly. Um, I've also finished my star path. So that's just one less thing I have to think about. That is one less thing in my mind. All right, let us go to the Valley Hotel. While we're a little pit stop, I did turn over my plaza for the winter, which literally just changed the pathing and the foliage. I didn't change the layout or the footprint at all. So if you saw my plaza tour or my valley tour, then you will know it looks exactly the same. I will go ahead and leave that there. That playlist has all of my 2025 tours, the individual biomes, as well as the full valley tour. But yeah, I turned over my plaza for the winter. Absolutely love it. This was a topiary, I created this little ice pond moment. And on Christmas Eve, I will put a Christmas tree there instead. I'll probably leave most of the pond and just take out however many centerpieces I need to take out to put the Christmas tree. I'm obsessed with these kind of ice crystal trees that we got from Wish Blossom Rands. They make me really happy. So yeah, I changed over like these flower beds, all the bushes, switched them over with snow. Let me get my gift wrap while I'm here. I added the snowy pathing, and I wish we had something else that had snow in it in terms of pathing, but I do like these additional raised pieces that we get. So I added those for that effect since the gravel does not have snow on it. It's just those two. Okay. So yeah, my plaza is winter ready. All right, now let's head over and see if the rat is in fact home. If he is checked in, moonstone chest. I need all the moonstones that I can get. Because the struggle is real. The struggle is real. As I said, this is my favorite season, and so I've been absolutely obsessed with the last two premium shops. The premium shops coming up. If you saw yesterday, I shared some of the leaks in terms of the things that I'm really, really looking forward to. And so to this, hold on, where is it? This is a struggle for me. This 335 is a struggle for me. However, chat did help me decide, and we got these walls yesterday. So I was able to do that, and you'll see what we're going to be working on today with that. Remy, I'd like you to, if you could not be in there. Okay, there we go. I just needed the talk prompt to come up. Bonjour. All right. Oh, Mirabelle. Okay. I don't actually read any of this. If you would like voices and narration, you should go see Cress. You will not be getting that here. Oh, what did I miss? I'm so sorry. We're celebrating something. So sorry. All right. You finished your Arendelle build. Congratulations. I can't wait to see it. Are you going to be doing a speed build, a walkthrough, or that's just kind of like you inching your way towards completing your valley? You have a week and a half left. I think you can do it, girly. I think you can do it. Josh really did tear down her valley and cracks me up every time. We're gonna hang out with Remy so that I don't have to look for him after I find Mirabelle. And then we're gonna cook everything here. 3 5-star meals. Okay, I can use my resources for that. When it's like 10, I like to take a cooking flame so that I'm only cooking 5 but getting the 10. The 3, I don't mind doing that one by one. That's not a big deal. What do I want to cook today? Oh, I don't need favorites for anyone. I was gonna check to see if any of these are somebody's favorites, but I bet you don't need favorites for anyone. So Josh, when are you gonna start redoing your valley actually? Daisy, good morning. Hello. Welcome in. How are you? Happy Monday. It's so funny. I love that you guys love my valley. Thank you. If we are able to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year, I will actually stream my valley teardown. So I'm glad it's documented. It's out there in the internet for posterity. But I need to go into 2026 with a clean slate. We've gotten so many new items, so many new features, so many events, stuff spawning in all manners of places. My valley needs a deep clean. So yeah, if we hit that 500, then New Year's Eve, I will be streaming the full valley teardown. So something to look forward to if we're able to hit that milestone. And on that note, thank you for 10 likes. Daisy, were you my 10th like? Thank you for that. Thank you everyone for liking the stream on your way in, even if you're lurking. It really means a lot to me. It really helps the channel. It tells YouTube I'm cool, and then YouTube tells other people I'm cool. So thank you guys. And how are you doing today, Daisy? Six she prefers to go by Daisy. I know that's not something everyone would know. And so if she doesn't get a chance to let people know, I always try to be mindful of that and let people know. So yes, Daisy. I'm excited for your progress, Cress. Um, Noel, you are making your Plaza Christmassy today. Oh, I can't do resets on my PS5. So we're gonna go to Wish Blossom Ranch and see what the deck has for me today. I miss doing resets, but also the grind of doing resets it's a lot. Hopefully you don't have to do too many. Oh, you're gonna be modding. Well, thank you for popping in. Thank you for saying hi. Always a great time to see you. And have a great time modding. Who are you streaming for if you don't mind sharing? I hope they have a great stream as well. Dun, 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 dun. You nearly hit your limit. Oh, I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all do it. So I know when my valley was complete. Let's click these three things. Let me just click something that's new. Give me about something new. When my valley was done, it was at 4,554. I only remember because it was a palindrome. I have a thing with numbers. Yesterday when we looked, I think Noel, you asked me, it was about 4,300. So I think just doing some of my cleanup got rid of those 200 or so extra items. So yeah, I'm under 5,000. That's for sure. Good morning, Ty. Welcome in, welcome in. Is this your first time in the parlor? Welcome in. Happy Monday. How are you? Popping in to say hi before work. Well, I am happy to see you. Happy to have you. You are in good company. Noelle is working today. Crest is working today. Dax is working today. So you are in good company for this working Monday morning. All right, we made the things. Remy, let's go find Mirabelle. In case you're wondering what I'm doing my dailies. That does include when I can find him doing Remy's DoorDash quest so I can get my wrought iron. I love the wrought iron fencing, and so I need to keep getting my wrought iron. Okay, I see where she is. So let's go this way. I will clean my night thorns when I double back. She's on the beach. Let's go to the beach. And then she walked across the boardwalk. Girly Pop, come back. I have things for you, Mirabelle. I had things in my pocket that I could have given her. Wow. I made these, so I'm gonna give them to her. I made them for her, so I'm gonna give them to her. But I definitely had things in my pocket I could have given her. Although I don't think the prompt would have proceeded anyway, so it's fine. No big deal. Again, I don't read these words. If you would like narration, if you would like character voices with your narration, press is available. All right, let's see. Everyone's saying hi to Ty. Yes, Noel, let us know your success rate with your resets. All right, Remy, this was great. How many are you giving me today? 6. Wonderful. All right, this was great. Goodbye. Okay, let us head to Eternity. I'll get my Christoph stall there. So that is my dailies routine. My Christoph stalls, and since I have company, I'm actually remembering to go to Eternity Isle and Storybook Vale. And we're gonna end at Wish Blossom Ranch. Christoph and all the stalls there. I came to the wrong biome. I flattened my Eternity Isle, most of it, I should say. So I had it all decorated, and I just wasn't feeling it. So I got rid of almost everything. My wild tangle, I do need these. really use these other ones that much. So I kept most of my wild tangle. Um, I kept a small part of my Ancient's Landing, and I got rid of everything in Glittering Dunes. No, well, my Oasis is done. I always forget that's part of Glittering Dunes. Um, I don't need. Oh, I should have gone to my gem stall in the valley because I do need onyx. So let's just double back really, really quickly. So my goals for 2026 are actually to finally complete my Eternity Isle. There was just so many items that I was waiting for that I got way later in my recommended. I want to finish my Eternity Isle. I want to finish, or at least finish laying out my storybook veil. Because for me, finishing a biome, finishing a map means finishing the interiors as well. And so I know that, that's going to take some time. Which reminds me, the interior tour for my valley, I need to finish editing some things. I have to go back and re-record some things, but I'm hoping that that will be my last video for 2025. If not, then it will be my first video for 2026. Really excited about that because interiors is really uh, my preference for decorating in this game more so than the exteriors. But yeah, so my goal is Eternity. Where are here? Storybook Vale, just kind of making some headway there because I've only done two biomes, two areas, I should say there. And then Dreams with Jim motivated slash reminded me to finish inside my house. When I got rid of my designed rooms and made it storage, I never went back and redid those design rooms. And running around Jam's house the other day was a reminder of how much I love doing those rooms. So those are my big, ambitious, lofty goals for decorating in 2026. And then obviously redoing my valley. I don't think I still connected. Crest does do the best voices. Deleting, I don't know. Well, how much do you have left to decorate? I am so curious. We don't talk about the Donna voice. We shouldn't. No, we shouldn't. It was funny though. It was hilarious. Excuse me. All right. Buffering, yes. Um, Let me know if you guys are back. Okay, Jasper says you're back. Let me know if you're back. You guys know the deal. Just so I know, drop some microphones in the chat. Like I said, the weather has gotten better. But as I'm sure most of you know, service providers can sometimes be slow with really actually fixing the problem. And the weather itself isn't, exactly 100%. So I have been dealing with that to the point where I just set up a shortcut on my phone to log every time we get drop service to let them know so that I can call them and go, look at all the times you guys failed me. I need to be compensated accordingly. Let's see. All of these other resource items are across the hall. Yes. All right, let's go across the hall. Wonderful. Microphones in the chat. Whoop, whoop. We're back. Wonderful. Thank you guys for being patient as we deal with that. Hopefully, it doesn't happen so many times more. All right, in the pockets. And then we will head over to Wish Blossom Ranch. We will visit the duck. We will get all those resources. If someone would like to redeem, actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna ask. I'm going to volunteer across. Frost, have you used any of your sugar cubes? If you would like to redeem the Scrooge command to see what my luck with the duck will be today. If you do not know, you can accumulate channel points while just hanging out. They are sugar cubes, and you can check your sugar balance with exclamation point sugar. And then we have we have our free commands just for funsies. Um, I love using emotes instead of words, Jazz. So thank you for taking the time to actually locate it though. And then we also have my paid commands that run from as little as 5 sugar cubes all the way up. So yeah, you can check your sugar balance. You can see what you can redeem them for. Enjoy your lurk crest. All right, how am I going to stop? There we go. These, and then this one, and then I think my pockets are empty enough for me to at least get some more stuff from Wish Blossom Ranch without changing floors. Let's see, how's everyone doing today? All right. 44% chance that Scrooge is stocking a gem today. I will take it. That is really close to 50%. So let's see what he has for me today. Let's make our way to Wishing Way. What does everyone have planned for today? I know a lot of you are working, but it is also a holiday week if you are celebrating. Is anyone still doing holiday shopping, gift wrapping, or different holiday festivities? Something we like to do. We like to go see the holiday light show near where we are. It's a really good time. Are you doing like that sort of touristy things? Like New Yorkers will go see the Rockefeller Center tree, or things like that. What do you guys have planned for today, for the week? I have this already, and I didn't want it the first time. I'm pretty sure I don't have this. Oh, okay. I thought this was the spice rack. Okay, there goes my 44%. The purple alpine flower cupboard. All right, thanks, Scrooge. All right. Because I want to say I was 3 days in with absolutely nothing new. Do I have this gift box? I do, but I buy it anyway. For the decorating, for when I turn over my foyer for the holidays. All right, we're done with the duck. Just making sure. Sometimes things are floating in the air. I know we got a lot of new lighting with Wish Blossom Ranch. Not a lot, but like 3 or 4. And I haven't seen a single one in my shop, and it really hurts my feelings. Noel, checking your balance. Let's see the tally. Let's see where everyone lands. Flower Loki's at the center of Lady Whistledown's latest pen. Ooh, what happened? Something happened. Welcome in, Yuri. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for adding your name to the Parlor Ledger. We are happy to have you. Are you playing DDV? Are you lurking? But thank you for subscribing. We are working our way towards 500. And if we hit 500 subscribers, I will be streaming either New Year's Eve or New Year's Eve my Valley Teardown. So help. Every subscription helps, so thank you for being part of that. All right, so our sugar cubes tally. Crest is at number 1 with 1,140 sugar cubes. Corky at 815. Me. And then we have new name, Brandy, Hippie, Topher, my daughter, Jazz at 505. Flower Loki rounding out the top 10 at 495. Woohoo! Good job, everyone. Crest does have the most, but I've realized she lurks a lot. So like she's, accumulating them, but doesn't spend. Because she's usually lurking, she's not around as often. to redeem, but also maybe she's hoarding them for something. I don't know. So, but yes, Crest somehow always ends up with the most and way ahead of the pack. Corgi is the closest. Oh, okay, let me just go empty out. Oh, I got rid of my little triage. I did do that. I will say I will miss having my triage. Oh yeah, and Peggy isn't fully uh uploaded isn't fully what is that, leveled up enough to give me more slots. No biggie. Let me drop off my seeds so that I can at least do this. I should have actually did the fish first because that chest has not been integrated. So something else I am currently working on. We successfully deleted 3 yesterday. My Wish Blossom Ranch resource triage. So I've had the chest out here. So the ones that are gone are my refined materials, my flowers, and my gems. Those have officially been fully integrated into my house storage. And so next is working on the ones that you still see out there. So let's go drop off gems, flowers. And I do still need to fix the gems because as you can see this vault jutting out here, that is because there was no room in the one behind it, which has the more of the same items. From doing star paths, I have an excessive amount of garnet, shiny garnet, and these rubies. So my jasper, which should really be here, ends up, this is actually more rubies. And then jasper ends up here. And then so everything is pushed into my orange and yellow territory. I did look at changing this door just to something daintier so that there'd be more room for another vault. But really the issue is I need to sell a lot of these. Or if someone needs garnet, I will never go. We don't have enough crafts for me to need this many garnet. And I refuse to change to large chests. I love using my vaults. I love using my vaults. I didn't mean to do that. Wrong button. Wrong lever. I love using the vaults. I do wish they gave us the option to upgrade the storage size for our vanity chest. I was saying this yesterday, just so that we could keep using the vanity chest, but not be limited by the fact that they're all small storage. Alas, here we are. What is? Okay. I didn't have a shiny in the front yesterday, so that's why that one didn't transfer over. And then let's drop off this jasper. Alright, let's go drop off some flowers. No, well, it'll add up before you know it. To be fair, part of also the way you accumulate sugar cubes with me is when I do live premieres for my video, that live chat. So that first premiere has a live chat, and that live chat also counts as a way to accumulate sugar cubes. So that 270 will be 500, will be 1,000 before you know it. It's more a matter of how often I can show up and I create the content for you to get the sugar cubes. I like being number one, so I'm hoarding. So you're not hoarding them for a purpose you're like to use. You're hoarding them so that you will always be number one. I feel like what I'm hearing is Crest issuing a challenge for someone to dethrone her. Just saying. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know. Is anyone else hearing that as well? John said I'm gonna get more with these lovely day streams. You are. So I am streaming today, same time tomorrow again. I may be streaming Wednesday. Kind of really just depends on how and when the family wakes up. Again, we aren't huge holiday people, we like Christmas, we believe in Christmas. You know, the girls enjoy the things. Um, but for so many years, my husband wouldn't be here for Christmas. And so we kind of just don't do the whole big fanfare. So I may be streaming on Wednesday, and then we're gonna circle back to next week, and have the same similar schedule, because it's winter break. I'm taking advantage of the fact that I have my mornings to myself and not beholden to like school prep and drop off and all of that. So yes, you are going to be able to get more sugar cubes, Jazz, and I'm so excited for us. Let's see, Faith, hello, 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 welcome in. How are you? Faith, is this your first time in the parlor? Welcome in. It's just so, you know, I feel like emptying my pockets kind of summoned you. Salty, no, Crest. Listen, no Faith slander will be tolerated in my presence. Okay. How are you, Faith? How is your day going? And you are a morning person. All right, I'm just emptying my pockets. We're gonna head to my flower storage. So yeah, I need to modify this. I'm probably just going to, you know what? Let me take them now, because really all of them should fit in one chest. So I just need. Okay, this is one shiny. Oh, these are all my shinies. Yeah. So I am just going to. I wish there was a smart transfer back. Here's what I'm gonna do. I've been saying I'm gonna do this for weeks, and since I have company, let's just get it done now. I'm not gonna fill the chest because then I'm gonna end up right back where I started. I'm just gonna sell all this excess garnet. Because like I said, this buildup of garnet is just from Star Paths. And it has been actually driving me insane. Same with the rubies. So, look at that. Boom, done. Alright. This one here. And I don't mind having more than one bolt for the same items. But this, this is insane. Are these all? Yeah, these are all the regular rubies, and I think there's only like a handful of these. So about half of these, a little less than half of these is shinies. Yeah, I feel like I can legit just go ahead and sell everything in this one. So what I'm gonna do is actually just put this one in my pocket. And then when I'm standing next to Goof, I will, and now my Jasper can be with my Jasper. And these can go where they belong. So that should be my citrine. And yes, even though I do still end up with, and then I still have room for like an extra one if needed. Hold on, I do need to, hold on. This is the one that has stuff in it. This is going to be the empty one. Just going to put that there, just as a placeholder. Let me make sure I did that right before I pick up the wrong one. Yep, perfect. Hold on. Let's double check. Let's just really spot check this. Yep. So yeah, I will put this one down next to, when I'm next to Goofy, and sell everything in that, because this is absurd. Especially since I don't craft that much with garnet, and I don't even think we have crafts with the garnets and the rubies. Like, y'all let me know, but I'm pretty sure we don't have any. Let's see. Hands Chris the Soul Shaker. She knows what she did. No one sees me more about storage except yes, yeah. Your dream snaps are great. Actually, in honor of Faith's first time, and I don't think you guys have seen some of my storage, but I know a lot of you are new to the stream, so let's do a little brief intermission storage tour. We're an hour in, a little intermission in the dailies. So this is the room I'm going to be turning over for the holidays. So this will probably be tomorrow's stream. I was going back and forth of whether or not I was going to stream DDB again or do some Hogwarts Legacy and Infinity Nikki. I think I'm just going to do DDB again. I'm not ready to get back into my Nikki just quite yet, or my Hogwarts Legacy. I think I'm just gonna reserve that for next week when we can do that like 2 days in a row or something, right? Just to kind of get a groove going. So that's the plan. Also, thank you for 15 likes. Oh, there it was holding a chat from Faith. Lady D and I just tormenting you about, yes, yes we do. um Thank you for 15 likes, everyone. It means so much to me. We are working our way towards 500 subscribers. If I can hit that goal by the end of this year, then I will live stream my Valley Teardown. Every like, chat, comment, view, shout out goes a really long way. So thank you. Thank you. And on that note, actually, thank you to everyone who's watched the full Valley tour so far and commented and liked. Really does wonders for the channel, for my ego. So thank you, everyone. So yeah, this is the room that I want to turn over for the holidays, and that's just the plan with this room in general. As my foyer, it's going to be the one that gets all the seasonal changes inside of my house. We're really excited about that. So this is I did a walkthrough of the map yesterday, but we can do a physical room walkthrough. So this floor is all of my, what is that called? Refined material. One. Basically all of my crafting materials, refined materials, my enchantments, for all of the biomes. So over here is everything that I mine and or dig. There are some items that you get in here from fishing. However, in my mind, they're not fishing items. So like the rope, the tape measure, the feathers, the plastic scraps. As far as I'm concerned, I was digging for those. So that's how this room is set up. I keep saying I'm gonna come back and let me do that while y'all are here. We're gonna get things done. I keep saying I am going to add more of these to the ceiling, and then I keep leaving and forgetting. So while we're here, because I'm absolutely obsessed with these. I remember when they came to my shop, I think they were like a limited time deal, actually, not even in my recommended. I squealed. Something was in its way. What's in the way? Is it another one? Alright, so I probably have to do it like this. I'm eyeballing it, by the way, guys. And then one in the middle. Let's see. All right. Yay! Okay, I did it. Okay, where are we? Hold on. Dream snaps. Yes. Crush, your dream snaps are great. What happened to your dream snaps? Oh, just kind of like your lack of storage. Yeah. I mean, listen, you can't be perfect. Great dream snaps, questionable storage. It's fine. So yeah, that's this room. This chest over here is just more coal. So we're gonna go over here. Across the hall is everything that I pick up off the floor and or what I call like shinies. My daughter calls this the sticks and stones room. I actually need to dress this man again. I had an outfit on it and accidentally wore the outfit and then lost the outfit. It's a whole thing, but it's the tuxedo version of this outfit. So these are literally all my sticks, including the tropical wood on this side and coming down this side. Is everything else I pick up off the floor from the DLCs. You know, as we get more DLCs, I just keep adding more tables. I'll move the crafting table. How good is the Crayola crafting table? Also across the hall, I have the Pixie Acres crafting table. So these rooms were loosely inspired by Tinkerbell and Cruella, not necessarily themed to them, but definitely inspired by like their palettes and their ethos. And then the center is where I have all of my ingots and those kind of stones and ores that we get from like mining and whatnot. So that's what's all through here. My little infinity chest in case I dump stuff, and then my uncrafting table tucked in the corner there. Love this door. This back room, I think we've all seen, is my enchantments room. And I use the bookcases as storage. So all of my manuals, potions, shiny gifts, tasty gifts, all those, again, enchantments and things live in here. And so, like, I love integrated storage. So as much as I give you a hard time, Crest, like, I get what you're doing. Where I give you more grief is you want to just hide the storage. I like to integrate my storage where it makes sense. So, like, something that I can only hoard but so much of these particular items. The bookcases as small storage was perfect for me. So it still lends itself to the aesthetic of the room without it being chests on the floor. So I do get where you're coming from sometimes. All right, we're gonna go to the second floor, which is my pantry. How are we doing in chat, guys? I'm sorry if I'm ignoring you guys. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just excited. I love talking about my storage rooms. All right. Yes, there is a sister stream coming up, Faith. I really want you to hit 500 subs quickly, Lady D. But the thought of you tearing night, do not be angry at all. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm gonna put the controller down. We're gonna. I can't sit in this chair, can I? I need to turn it around enough to sit in it. We're gonna take a seat because I don't want anyone to feel any type of way about my valley teardown. I'm excited for that. No, guys, am I gonna have to like turn it all the way 90 degrees? That's a boring. But for you, I will. Yep, I had to do it 90 degrees. Okay. I am tearing down my valley. It's my first time doing a full valley teardown. My valley's been done for a while now, and the plan was for it to be my forever valley. And then I would just kind of layer in things and edit as I go along because I love decorating the other maps and the interiors as well as exteriors. So I was never under any delusion of trying to cram all my things into my valley. That's a lot of pressure on one map. I didn't expect it to do that much heavy lifting. However, as much as I try to, again, layer and edit over time, this past year, we've just gotten so many new items, so many new features. I felt like I was forcing things and my ideas just weren't getting as fleshed out as I would like them to. And so I need that clean slate. Like, just for context, in the time that I've been playing a year and a half. I finished my valley this year. We've gotten 16-point turns. We've got diagonal pathing, diagonal fencing, the ability to use a premium shop house on more than one DLC plus on an island, which means houses that I possibly had to not use, I could use. We've gotten more foliage. We've gotten more fencing styles. We've gotten so many more outdoor pieces that are themed, like the fairy pieces, the holiday pieces. Like, we've just gotten so much. I need that clean slate and that breathing room to really reflesh out my ideas. Secondly, the events. When I'm in furniture mode, I see all manners of things hiding behind my hedges. Everything from like the rock stones, dig spots, to events going as far back as the spring, those pink dig spots, the candy buckets from Halloween. My valley needs a deep clean because I can't see those corners. So please don't feel anxious about it. I am very much looking forward to it. This isn't one of those milestone challenges where I challenged myself to do something I hate. This is something I am very much looking forward to. It is just whether or not I stream it and share it with you guys or I do it privately. So I hope that helps. No, well, it was a whole spiel. Maybe it wasn't that serious to you, but I did just kind of want to really say that. Um, okay, sorry. Okay, let's get back. Okay, I'll stand up now. Okay, so I wanted this room to be my kind of landing area, but there is some storage in here. All of these uh, armoires um, and the fridge all have berry salads in them. Well, this one will once I start cooking again. And then I have my stove. And so to the right, we have my fruits and vegetables. So this is something I need to integrate my Wish Blossom Ranch food into. I can't elongate this part of the pantry anymore, but I can widen it. So that'll probably be what I have to do. Where I can't share chests, I will do that way. So on my left is veggies, on my right is fruits, and they're just color coded. And then within the colors, sort of alphabetized. And then on this side, we have herbs, spices, grains, sweets. So this side is herbs and spices. And the teas are in here because they are herbs of a sort. And this side is sweets and grains, which as you can see, we have lots of. I started to integrate, so like my honeycomb is here. And the same, if I need the space, I'll probably just have to widen the room. And then the back is my cold storage, refrigerated storage, basically the stuff that like we buy from Tiana and Remy. So all these items, as well as the meats, I just refuse to put those on the table. They're in here as well. So that is what's in this room. Basically everything that absolutely in real life would need to be in a fridge. Yes, fruits and veggies should be in a fridge, but the idea of dropping my milk and cheese in a chest actually stresses me out. So that's what's in this room. All right, we're gonna go to the third. You guys saw the third floor. That is my treasures. Well, we saw the main room of the third floor. So the main room is my gems, but what's in the other treasure vaults are DLC items. So this is my scramble coin room. I went through a lot of ideas for this room and ultimately landed here. And I basically just kind of grouped them by universes that evened out to 6 and or categories. So like this is Frozen and Tangled because there's 6 of them total. That worked out beautifully. This one is 3 different pairs. So we have Cindy, Monster Inc., Wally, Mickey and Friends. This one does not have 6, the entire Lion King universe. And then over here is like a hodgepodge of characters. They have one person from their universe as a scramble coin. And here is mostly villains and then Cogsworth and Lumiere. No offense to them. I may switch them with Forky and Oswald, but yeah, so that's my scramble coin room. I wish, Josh, that's what I was saying earlier, like our fridges, these vaults, like all of those vanity chests, I wish the same way the regular chests had an expand button, I wish they had an expand so they could go from small to medium to large at our discretion. I will pay the Dreamlight or the coins or whatever they want for it. But I do wish all of those other storage options could also be expanded. Maybe that's something we get in future. I will continue to request it in the Discord and we'll see what happens. This is my time bending room. So all of the gifts and parts and all the things are in here, plus my time bending table. I don't come in here often, to be quite honest, because I crafted everything that I would think I would need to craft. I only really come in there for the gifts when I'm looking for clutter items in my decorating. And then this little snippet room. It didn't need to be much bigger than this. I had a whole bigger room for it when I originally decorated it. And then for storage purposes, I was like, no, this actually solves that. And just the Roy G. Biv. I love a good Roy G. Biv moment. Fourth floor is one room. It's just fish. And so I didn't need the side rooms. It is my aquarium. Do I actually have any fish to drop off? No, I do not. This is one of the rooms I do need to integrate Wish Blossom Ranch. It's all just in alphabetical order going around the room. I did this on stream, so it's all going around the room, alphabetical order. I do have an empty aquarium to kind of help me move things through as I integrate Wish Blossom Ranch. And then the center is like the shellfish and the algae, the seaweed, those things. So that's this room. Yep, you have your refrigerators. Yep. Fifth floor, my conservatory, and we do have flowers to drop off, so we'll do that. Main floor, again, just kind of like a landing. The only things, and actually, let's get that done while we're here. We're getting things done, guys. I can't. Okay, so I'm just going to put it in my pocket. No, I do need to empty my pockets. But anyway, my roses are here. I'm going to move them into my red room. And then the colorful roses are here. And then I keep my soil, just something about the soil, just like I think about like I'm gardening and just this for some reason just felt right in my flower room as opposed to my resource room. This room is all the warms. So let's see what I have in my pocket. I have some reds and some pinks. Cool. So it just goes from pink to red to orange to yellow. That's how this room is set up. And I do have an empty chest at the end, and that's where I'm gonna move the roses to. Yeah, I'm gonna move the bucket. So that's just the way this room goes around. And my crafting table in the corner. I like to just keep anything that could be useful, like a crafting table and things like that in just different rooms, especially since we have so many themed ones. And then this side is my cools. I think I had some purples and I had blue on me. So it's blue, purple, and green. The purple being the white chest, because for whatever reason they've chosen not to give us purple chests, even though we have purple flowers that we could make purple chests with. As you can tell, this really annoys me. So that's how this room is set up. And again, there's a crafting table there. This is, if you can tell, very loosely inspired by Aladdin. And the warm room was Mulan. And then this room is my neutrals. So my blacks, my whites, my grays. That's what lives in here. And I really, really love this fireplace. I believe we got it from Merida. I really love it. So that may or may not be why I made this room. All right. What other floors do we have? We don't have many more. The sixth floor is really my junk room, junk floor. I don't have anything to drop off there. This is where I show off some memories. The back, by the way, they fixed the glitch for these stairs. I noticed and recorded it the other day to upload as a short and a reel, and I just keep forgetting. And then the back is where I show off my tapestries and the tapestry frames. So this is more of a gallery floor, I should say. It is called my galleries. And the side is my junk drawer. So event items, so like the candy and the eggs and the marshmallows. This back chest though is where I keep all of my critter companion chests. I think I've opened one by accident, but I'm just saving them to open basically when this is full, just to kind of see what I get. Or maybe I'll open them at the end of the year. Maybe we'll do that one day, just kind of see a year's worth of, well, not a whole year, but like this year's critter companion gifts that I got. Who knows? And then the 7th and 8th floors are my last two storage floors. I haven't touched them. They do need to be updated, but I think it's because I'm going to combine them. I haven't opened them because I haven't wanted to. I kind of just want to be surprised. Um, and those are not my dreams, not chests. I don't know if I said that. Those are the ones we get from our creator companions when we get them all the way to level 5. They give us a chest. I'm just so curious to see, like, after however many companions I level up, if I'm gonna get anything new, if I'm just gonna keep getting more of the same. So just kind of like a thing that I did. No real like rhyme or reason. Just kind of felt like it felt nice. So 7 and 8 are food. 7 is all sweets. Um, so it's like my sugar shop. So like all my pastries and cakes and ices and ice creams. Um, the storage is the fridges, although I do have 3 small chests here with like cupcakes and stuff like that. Because I do like to cook everything and stage with everything. And then this is my savories. I started to rework it, and then I stopped because I said, you know what, I think I want to just combine the 2 floors and do a whole restaurant build. And that's my storage, y'all. Did I get a raid? Jam! Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? How was your morning stream? I didn't get to hang out in your morning stream this morning because the baby was being extra cuddly and then I had to get ready for stream. So, but how are you? Faith, is this Faith approved? Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I wanted everything to feel lived in. You nailed it, Noel. So thank you guys. Um, please don't cry when I tear down my valley, guys. It's gonna be so therapeutic. It's gonna be so amazing when you. Okay, I like to clean and organize in real life. If any of you can relate to like that satisfaction you get from like doing like a pressure wash, like when you power wash your deck or something, that's what this is gonna feel like. Getting rid of all those dig spots and stones and things. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it when we hit that 500. Jam, welcome in. Raiders, welcome in. I don't know how long you guys have been in here. Well, I was just kind of touring my storage. Um, but Jam, thank you for bringing your community over. How was stream? Hopefully you didn't run out yet. No, okay, I still got you. How are you? Yes, go eat something. But how was stream? Um, how's your day starting? And then go take care of yourself. Or as New would say, then I'll kick you out. All right, so let's just go and sell these gems real quick. And then I didn't show them because they're not storage. 9 and up are rooms. When I demolished my designed rooms, I dropped off all my mannequins. Like I separated the themes and such. It's the fish I didn't do. But I haven't designed those rooms. And like I was saying earlier in stream, Jam has reminded slash inspired me to go back and actually decorate those rooms. So that's basically what is slash will be happening in floors 9 through 20. Right now, 3 of those floors is kind of where I showcase new items as we get them with each update. But again, that is because I used to like start decorating the rooms and I just want to get back to that. Running through a house was a reminder of how much I love and enjoy and miss that. So that'll be 9 through 20. Let's find the caravan. I can catch up. And I actually want to level up Sven. I love that this coat, because it's a coat, not a dress, it has a side saddle. So you get a little thigh meat. Because I just have on shorts. I didn't wear pants. I have on shorts and my thigh high stockings. So you get a little thigh meat in the winter. And it cracks me up every time. Stream was fun. We planned out every biome in DDB for 2026 and did a decor build for Cruella. Nice, very productive. We were talking about my 2026 plans. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that so I can hear what you planned out for your biomes. And when you say every biome, I feel like I know you well enough to know you mean every biome in the valley and the DLCs, right? But correct me if I'm wrong. The critter level chest you're saving would drive me crazy. Once it's full, we're opening it. We're opening it, Faith. And my hope is that I will open them and there'll be all these, maybe not all, but at least, a decent amount of new items that I've never had. That would be great, right? That, that would be wonderful. Let's get the rubies out my pocket. Did I pass the waltz? I don't even know. There we go. Let's go ahead and sell these rubies. We're doing some cleaning up. I did not mean to put street spine, by the way. Let's get these back in my pocket. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the 17 likes, everyone. Look at us. I keep forgetting Solstice is not fully leveled up to storage because I have not done any chores. We'll get there. Alright. This is actually very satisfying. I've been saying for a while now that I needed to get rid of my excess rubies and garnets. I'm a hoarder. I hoard my resources the way Caress hoards sugar cubes. There we go. But those just really serve no purpose for me. That's not what I meant to do. Who is... Oh, there we go. We're just checking what commands we need. But yes, Jam, go, rest. Thank you again for the raid. Thank you again for bringing your amazing community over. I'm sure if you know me, you know Jam. But just in case, another amazing DDB creator. I needed to put on my black shorts. These are my purple ones when I was wearing the purple jacket. Another amazing DDB creator, but also plays Animal Crossing, retro gaming, Hogwarts Legacy, all the faves. Okay, I need to finish my gardening. So yes, go give her a checkout. And Jam, have a great rest of your morning. That was what drove me crazy. There's something new that was in there, but I hadn't opened it yet. As you can tell, when I was a kid, I hated Christmas presents. Fair, I could understand that. The only real items that I would fear are in there are anything from Wish Blossom Ranch. There's nothing else that I am actively waiting for from Scrooge, unless it's an item that I don't even like know about, because I do know there's like, I guess, exclusive items, I guess, that might exist out there. But I am content enough with the new items that I am already fighting for my life to get. To feel like I can wait. Alright. I think we're done with collecting my dailies. Let's go ahead and just pet and brush Sven. I'm slowly, because I haven't been doing chores with him recently, but I am slowly but surely working my way towards his level 10 so that I can get his dream style. And then we're gonna jump into the decorating. Good morning, Dom. Welcome in. Happy Monday. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. How's your day starting? It is morning for you, or is it afternoon for you? Or late morning? Actually, I want to see where my mounts are. I know, now that I know, so I just got that that pink crystal from Khan, and now that I know what it looks like, that gives me a sense of what the level 8 item looks like, because I wasn't sure what those were at first. I was like, are these items? Like, I didn't know what it was. And so now that I know, I didn't need to leave. I do want Pegasus so I can get the blue, because it can, I think it'll look really good in the build that we're gonna keep working on today. Alright. Oh, you are also working. You are in good company, Faith. We have quite a few people at work today. Working for, Noel's working from home, but Cross, Ty, Dax, they're all work lurking. So you were in good company today. But I am glad that you were here. I'm glad you were able to stop by. I'm actually going to do a quick stretch and hydration break, and then we are going to do some decorating now that we got all of our dailies done. This is where we're going to be hanging out today. So I will be right back. We're back. I'm back. I hope everyone stretched. I hope everyone hydrated. I don't know about you, but I'm at the age. If I sit too long without moving things, I pay for it by the end of the week. So I hope everyone did what they needed to do. And now we're going to decorate. Just getting myself situated back in my seat. I'm going to check my Parlour tea order. and see if my parlor tea matches up with my real life tea. I'm having a very simple green tea this morning. Tea time menu today. I'm having a chamomile honey bedtime in a cup. So funny because I looked at my chamomile tea this morning and said I'll be back for you later. Yeah, that was not the vibe for this stream. Um, it is 10:50 a.m. for you, Dom. It's so funny just seeing that we're in different parts of the country, different parts of the world, different time zones. And again, that's what I think I'm loving the most about these early morning streams. So glad that I could do them. Because on one side of this chat, someone's workday is ending. I don't know, Japs, you're probably getting ready for dinner now. Meanwhile, Dom is just starting her day. And for me, it's even earlier than that. So I love it. Okay, so we're going to pick up where we left off. Actually, it's not where we left off. So I'm going to sneak out back here. I did leave a little opening since we can't walk on the ice. I did. Okay, I messed up. There we go. I was like, I know I left a little opening. Hi, Anna. How you doing, girl? Okay. Oh, I might need to move the reindeer. Yep. Okay, I gotta move the reindeer. I will tell you guys what I did after stream. Okay. Can I move through just that turn? Yep, just that turn. Or was it on blocking me? Okay, let's go stand here. Just open space. And also I like to bring Sven up here. So, I think where we left, this was already done, right? And we had done this trail on stream. I don't know if you guys were with me when I decided to change this pathing. I don't think so. But let me walk you through the madness. Because it was time. So I kept kind of just working and perfecting this trail. And then I got over here and I was like, you know what? I'm going to put another one of these little cave things. By the way, did anyone know that they only rotate 90 degrees? I don't know why that really irks me so much, but whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna make a little pond. And then the pond turned into a path. And I was like, okay, what if I just connected to this? Right? I figured no big deal. Very big deal. It was just off enough that I ended up having to adjust this entire path that I made by literally that much. So not enough for me to put something else. And so I had to move everything and or delete some by just a hair to line it up. But I did it because I was like, we're here, we're committed, no big deal. So then I got here and that's actually what prompted me to change the pathing. I was like, oh, what if I do like a little fake bridge moment, like a land bridge, if you will. So this is actually not a path, and it's more like, it's a path, but like a trail that Elsa left behind her that like became a river, if you will. Right? This is just where my brain went. So I was like, okay, I'll stop it here. No big deal. Since I was adjusting. So, oh, I'm missing a towel. I gotta go buy more. Cool. I was like, I'll stop it here. No big deal. Something just vibrated near me. Sorry. That just threw me off. My holiday doorbell. And who is this ringing my doorbell? I'm so sorry, guys. Just give me one moment. Okay, we are back. It seems like maybe someone's soliciting service. Uh, I'm not sure. So I just want, I'm so confused. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back again. You guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for your patience. So that was our exterminator. Um, my husband had set up an appointment, um, kind of like ahead of time. For those of you who do not know, we are a military family, so there are things he kind of like plans out ahead of time in case he's just not here. I did not know about today's appointment, but also my husband actually is here, because he got injured. We are quite accident prone around these parts. So I'm seeing this guy on the camera. That's why I thought it was a solicitor. And I'm like, okay, he's ringing the doorbell. He walked away. And then I see him on the side of our house. And then I see him on the other side of the house trying to open the gate. And as you can imagine, I'm naturally panicking because I did not know we had the exterminator coming today. I'm following him around the camera. Going to my husband, I'm like, expecting work. He's half out of it. So I'm chasing this guy around for all intents and purposes on the camera. Finally, I'm like, okay, let me lace up my boot, put on my things, go try to find him. Like, can I help you? And yeah, it was the exterminator. As soon as I saw the face, I was like, oh. So he was actually, because his work is on the exterior of our house, just transitioning seasons, just making sure, nothing funky is going on in terms of critters and what's not. So he was going around doing his thing. So the reason he was going to the different sides was because we do have a side gate. And so he doesn't need to come in our house. So he just was like, okay, did they leave a gate? No, the gate open up for me or whatever the case is. So, but yeah, for a brief moment, I was wondering if I was going to have to test the limits of this being a stand your ground state. And I don't. So yay. But it was a little concerning, kind of just chasing this person around on the camera and then having to physically find them and then decide what I was going to do about it. But I'm back. We're back. Everything's all good. He's doing his thing. We're going to decorate. I've caught my breath. It's cold outside. Um, but I'm back in the warmth. So we are all good. I hope you guys were able to entertain yourselves. Thank you for still being here and waiting. Um, yeah, that was the thing. Okay, the last thing I saw was Dom came in that we were gonna decorate. Okay, Dom, you went to new stream. Oh, new streaming. Is she streaming DDV or ACN? Dom is probably long gone. um, Meg, welcome in. When did you sneak in? Probably when I was chasing the exterminator. Well, welcome in, Meg. Happy Monday. First time joining me in the parlor, or well, first time in a while. No, you've been here before. I feel like you've been here before. Um, I think it's the other Meg that hasn't been here before. But welcome in. Happy Monday. How are you? Um, who's going to oh, you're gonna go. Oh, what are we making? Are you just regular Monday cooking or are you doing like holiday meal prepping? No, well, just finished work. Congratulations. Hope and you were working from home, so no commute. So I hope you can just dive right into the relaxing. You're gonna work on your plaza. Good, 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 good. Meg is doing her meadow. Okay, thank you. No, well, that really means a lot to me. I also upgraded my music, so from the piano that I normally have, to some holiday medleys. So I hope that helped. But yeah, I'm back. It was just a brief moment of panic and confusion, and but we're back now. We're all good. Okay, I was telling you guys my spiral with the river pathing, right? Okay, so I got here. We're gonna go to Scrooge and buy more. Um, and I was like, I'll just start it on the other side. So I figured it would be as simple as just let's just swing around here because before this just ended, right? It just went around. So I was like, oh, it'll be just as simple as I'll delete this corner, extend the path. As you can imagine, everything was also off by a hair. So I literally had to basically delete all the inside pieces and redo the entire outline, including moving this over by a hair so that they could line up. Now, could I have skipped one and simply camouflaged it with the Beast Snow Angel slash chalk outline? Yes, and no one would have known there was a gap. I could have absolutely done that, but I would have known. and it would have driven me crazy. So I spent a good hour, maybe a little bit longer, literally moving all these exterior pieces over by a hair. Had to delete all the interiors, which meant deleting all the crystals. Thankfully, I didn't have to delete the water tiles, the fountain tiles that are coming up, or the outlines. Those were able to stay. And I just had to redo the whole thing. And so I figured, I also left, if you can't really tell the trees in the camera. Oh my gracious. I'm sorry, guys. Um, can you tell I'm not a camera operator? I left an opening. I'll just delete this tree for the purposes of saying what I'm going to say. I left an opening in the river so that and I might actually, I guess, need to. It seemed like I struggled getting. No, I didn't struggle getting it. I struggled finding it. Um, I left an opening so that because I decided to put my well here for now instead of the fountain. Um, so I can have a way to walk out and go explore the rest of the island. I just want to move the well footprint. Okay. What if I just move them here then? Can I do that? Nope. I cannot. I am determined to keep them. And the well is determined to be in my way. Cool, 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 cool. Really? Really? Oh, will this work? Wonderful, great. So yes, that is what took up the better part of my post-stream decorating. I'm having to redo all of that. I also added this kind of side area. I just really like the way the snow outline sits next to the pathing, the way it sort of frames the pathing. But it's hard to tell with my camera. Also, I gotta move this tree. I did intend to leave an opening here so I can get onto the path. So I'll just move the tree, adjust it, I should say. So I did that. And I also I changed it to the pathing that does not have a border. This is one of those times where I feel like the borderless pathing really shines. So my snow pathing yesterday, if you were here, you saw that it had a border. I changed it to the borderless. I might end up doing the same for this one. I just didn't have any crafted. And I started kind of like working with how I'm going to turn this one and kind of move it through and weave it through. So that's kind of where we're picking up from today. So I'll give you guys another overhead view. Oh, okay, wow. I didn't need to have my face that close to the camera. So yeah, this is where we are. So for those who don't know, Cindy will not live here. I also just played around with the walls, but we'll get to the walls. Cindy will not be living here. Cindy's house is just a placeholder for Elsa's house. So yesterday, chat helped me decide of the items that I could afford, which one would be the best choice. Noelle, I know you contributed to that conversation. Don, Corgi was here. So we decided on the walls. It was between the walls, um, golly, the topiary, the frozen fountain. I feel like there was a fourth item. Do y'all remember what it was? The gazebo. The gazebo. So we went with the walls just because we agreed they would be the most impactful for what I could do. So I want to play around with them, but I also have to resist the urge to play around with them with Cindy's house because this is just a placeholder for Elsa. So really what I'm going to be using them is more like creating structures, like filler build structures, not expanding Cinderella's castle because Cinderella will not be living here, at least not permanently. She's here for the moment. but I'm trying to not design too much around her house. Hi Coco, good morning. How are you? Thank you even just for the pass through. How is your week starting? How's your Monday going? And thank you again. I don't know, is it because you're working or just because you're ripping and running holiday season? But whatever it is, even just taking a second to stop by and say hi, it means a lot to me. So yeah, resisting the urge. I have Elsa's house pinned. I do eventually plan on placing it here. So I want to make sure I don't get too caught up designing around this house. The plan for here, for those who did not hear it, this back here is more of my staging area, like kind of mood boarding elements that I want to use that I think will fit where I'm going with it. So I want this island to be a sort of crystal kingdom, ice kingdom, with half of it having a very ethereal feel. So as if this is where Anna lives, and then Elsa moved in and dragged a whole bunch of ice behind her, right? And so one of the things we did yesterday that I'm so proud of and so obsessed with, I've been saying since I started working on this island that I wish we had ice fencing, which we don't, which I think now we should get. I think we need ice fencing. We need also styles, icy styles for our wells and our stalls. That is just a thing I feel like they should give us, especially looking at everything that's come from these past two premium shops. I feel like it's necessary now. However, I had the wrought iron pathing here, and on stream I just had a wild idea to let's see how the crystals would look as fencing. And so that's what we have going on here. And I am absolutely positively obsessed. Really patting myself on the back for that one. So we did that yesterday. So this side is really again the where we get the icy part. Again, Elsa moved in and is just brought all manners of ice with her. Like she created, ice fencing for Anna and all the things. So that's what's happening over here. Definitely still have a lot more details to go in. Something else that I did over here that I'm really proud of, and I did work on that on the other side as well. I tucked the snow clouds in here, so it just looks like it's always snowing in the back. And then the little rain curtain, and then I camouflaged them with rocks. In furniture mode, you can see the lights on the floor. When you're walking, you can't see them. I did go back in and complete this side as well. I'm also obsessed with these new trees that we got from Wish Blossom Ranch. I wish we had these trees, but alas, here we are. So yeah, just gonna keep working on it. And then this side, is where things, for lack of a better word, start to thaw out. So it's still this magical kingdom, but everything isn't entirely frozen. So we have the Frosty Fortress is gonna be over here. I will be using more of the non frozen foliage, so no more really of these willows, and that's when these start to get used more. These that we got in the update, I might bring in some of the snowy firs as well from the base game, because Kristoff lives up here. Sven, for all intents and purposes, lives up here, and he's more on the rugged side of winter, not the icy side of things. And so that's kind of what I'm going for, where things start to slowly thaw out, but it is still one big crystal kingdom. You can sense Elsa's presence, and the presence of her magic up here. That's what I'm going for. These are some of the items, like I said, that I think I'm going to use. I also know that the rest of the items from this royal update are coming back, so I'm holding on hope that I'll be able to get those. So it's the arch that matches this chair, the rug. So I know this isn't going to be done like, you know, overnight. Maybe by the end of the week, maybe, but highly unlikely. So that is what we're working on. That is the plan for today's build. I think I will be here for another hour, maybe even an hour and a half. So we'll see how far we get with that. I also brought this in. I forgot I had this in my inventory. I think even though like the style is this Moroccan style, I think the more thought out side of the island, I think this could really work specifically because of the stone fountain part. I think we can make something work with this. This is where things soften, right? So that's the plan. Um, these were the other items in case you didn't see the shot. So it was between the wall, the topiary, the gazebo, and this one. So we went with the walls. That way I can at least add more body. And we did pin Elsa's house. This is definitely. Wait, where's the pin? Okay, yes, we did pin Elsa's house. I would have lost it. Um, and I know for sure I'm skipping this. Um, we found one of my chests this morning. How many moonstone chests do you think I could find between now and shop reset? This has definitely been a hard shop for me to kind of just like all the good things. But I'm looking forward to a good dream snap result so that I can hopefully get some more of the nice things that I like. So let us go get more of those towel pieces from Scrooge. Thank you, Jazz. I really like your foliage selection. Thank you, Noel. Um, yeah, I have struggled. I struggled with Frosted Heights because I knew I always had this Ice Crystal Kingdom in my head, but I also had this holiday meets Aspen idea in my head. And I remember at one point, a very early game, I tried to make them both work in Frosted Heights. This was before we had islands. Um, okay, let's just summon Scrooge over here. So getting the islands really was an opportunity for me to finally separate. Okay, I didn't mean to do that this time. To separate those two ideas. Um, so really looking forward to finally bringing this one to life because even though I had the idea, we didn't always have all the things. This update really is introducing more. For whatever reason, they're going the frozen route, and I'm not mad at it. All right, let us. I feel like I can just search ice, right? This is one of those rare times I'm actually using my search bar. Or is it called Frozen River Kit? Ice River Kit? We'll find out together. Not ice. Alright. Let me just type river. How about that? Um, so yes, what was I saying? Yes, I'm excited to finally be able to flesh out this idea, have the items to be able to flesh out this idea as at least as much as I can. It is a bit of challenge to myself because usually when I have these kind of like big lofty ideas, I usually buy everything I need from Scrooge from the premium shop and I can do it. So having this idea but on a limited, for lack of a better word, budget, I guess is a bit of a creative challenge. It's gonna push me. Um, so that's plus, I guess, if you will. Um, the biggest challenge I said right now is just reminding myself not to decorate based on the aesthetic of Cinderella's house. Cinderella will be living in Ever After. I'm just gonna get more of these. Nothing crazy. Nothing too crazy, right? Just a couple dozen more. 14. Oh, golly. Okay, 26. I need 26 to get this to 40. I had to do some quick math in my head. Um, because I don't know when I'll get the urge to build another, you know, piece of a river or a pond. I will say, so this river kit, one thing that it came with, I don't know if I'm gonna see it just using the search. If you have this river kit, then it came with a waterfall, but it also came with a pond. Um, the frozen one came with, the waterfall part. It didn't come with a pond. And that kind of makes me sad. I wish they came with a pond option, the same way the Neverland one came with a pond option. But alas, here we are. I think I'm good on these other pieces. I don't use them as frequently. All right, let us head back. And let's see how far we get today. And let me know if you guys hear the in-game sounds and music well enough. Too loud, too low, just right. Just let me know. So yeah, this is the opening that I was talking about, except when my camera crashes into it. So that's what I think. Even though it doesn't keep me from getting out, I might fix that corner. So yeah, I'm still able to kind of go in and out. So yeah, let's just fix those two things before I get too deep into it. I know one was this tree. Like, even though I want every corner touched and done, I still want to be able to, move around. So it was here. So should I move? Also, trees being able to go on pathing in a biome like this comes in really, really handy because, okay, this, I don't even know if I made a difference. Yep, just enough. Wait, no, 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 no. Oh, even without the tree there, I don't think I'll be able to pass between these two corners. But let's see. Because the tree adapts to the snow, so I'm able to kind of like have some. It's these two corners. I'm not gonna be able to pass there. It's not the tree; it's the river. And this is how I start to spiral. This is how it begins. Humor me, y'all. I picked the wrong one. Okay. If it gets too out of hand, I promise I will. Oh, before I forget. There we go. If it gets too out of hand, I promise I will walk away. I promise I will try to walk away. um, what am I doing? I think we did it. I think we did it. What am I stuck behind? We did it! See? See? That wasn't too bad. Woohoo! Wonderful. My camera hates me, but we did it. Are all of my other DLCs decorated? I know that your villager houses are, but I wonder if they were dumped there. No, I don't dump. I don't dump. No one's banished. No one's dumped. My other DLCs. We'll just take a quick run through. Quick. Thank you for asking, Noah. So, I'll say my Eternity Isle is maybe 33% decorated, a third decorated. I had my Ancient's Landing kind of sort of done, and I had my Glittering Dunes done, but I didn't love it because I spent the bulk of this year waiting for the Desert Castle to come to my recommended. And then it finally did, and then again, just that forcing it. So I flattened my Ancient's Landing. This is where I'm going to put Hades. So people are dumped, but they're dumped for all intents and purposes where they're going to live. This is where I want Hades. I had a whole secret garden situation going here, but then I plucked a lot of those items and put them somewhere else. So I ended up flattening the bulk of my Ancient's Landing. The only area, yeah, I got rid of my dock because I just didn't love it. And part of why I didn't love it is because some of the items I wanted to use I didn't have. And so I just had to keep waiting on my recommended. So now that I finally have those items, clean slate. This is the only area, well, one of two areas on my ancient landing that's done. Kind of like, again, a little secret garden moment leading up to the ruins. And then my courtyard is done because that is where I live. So although it's filthy, um, pardon the mess. So, and it's not done, it is done-ish, done adjacent. Um, so that's my courtyard. So that's my ancient landing. Glittering dunes I completely flattened except for the oasis. So my plan for glittering, and I just brought on my stalls here just for the purposes of doing dailies. Aladdin's gonna live here. Corona Castle staying here. Alex Castle staying here. That's what the original build was, and I think I'm going to keep it. Except Aladdin's probably going to be over here. I don't know. We'll see once I'm ready to dive in and do it. Aladdin might even actually, or Gelatin, I should say, be over here. Because I had just so many competing ideas that I was trying to fit into the Glittering Dunes. I had a desert oasis resort idea. I had Aladdin, like just a whole kingdom with like the royals, and then Route 66. Then we got the Glittering Dune Island, and that really kind of allowed me to breathe and free up some thoughts. So we'll see. But the general idea for Glittering Dunes is part of it is going to be Royal Kingdom, and part of it is going to be more market oasis with this house. But the actual oasis part is still done. And I won't be redoing that. I really like that. So that is where my Pride Rock is. So this whole area belongs to Nala, Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa. My Wild Tangle is the only one that is still done, although it needs to be refined. The bones are there. So this is my campground. This is my Encanto build. And these builds, the tour of this, as well as the inside of this, the greenhouse, that I have on the channel as a short. Welcome back, Dom. Back here is my Pixie Hollow meets the Shire build. That is also on the channel. A walkthrough as a short. The entire biome as well as the inside of this house. You can see that on the channel. So this area is done. It just needs to be refined. There's some things I do want to tweak. But this is pretty much done. This is the very first fairy core inspired build I ever did. I was low-key very pleased with myself because I'm not a fairy core girly at all. And so when I said I took some things out of that garden, it was my dream mangoes I put over here, my strawberries. So this is done. The Encanto area is done. That's where my greenhouse stall is. Down here, it's where I had my Naboo build, also with Stitch, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna move it. But for all intents and purposes, this is done. I'm fairly certain I'm gonna move it though. Getting the islands always changes things for me. And then this is my Mulan build, which was probably the first area of the Wild Tangle that I ever completed. When I moved her over here. And then we come to the front, and this is more of a natural, it's not, I don't want to say it's not themed to a character, but it's just kind of like letting the Wild Tangle be wild, so to speak, kind of area leading up to the campsite and then coming back around everything else. So that is my Eternity Isle. Your Eternity Isle is fully decorated, Jess. Nice. Ooh, have you shared it? I'd love to see it. And then who's next? My Storybook Vale is not decorated at all, but the buildings are there. I know what I want to do is just getting around to it. So I think I have two areas of my Eternity Isle. So yeah, I don't hide my characters. Just to going back to that, I know based on where how their houses look, some things I need to change. I have a whole spreadsheet of where my houses are located. Some I planned before we got the ability to place premium shops in more than one location. So some I do think I'm gonna go and change. So in my storybook fail, the courtyard is decorated. This side of my bind is done, and that's where I live. Um, this side is not done, but it is cleaned up. At one point, it was just a dumping ground of like my staging area. Essentially, I finally cleaned it up. These are the houses that are going to be here. Mythopia, I only have my shadows statue done. So this is done. And then here, these are the houses that I think I'm gonna keep here. I know for sure Tiana, and I started to outline like a little garden for her, is gonna live here. I started working on, where is it? My goodness, this, whatever this area is called, but I don't love it. So then I stopped. So I need to come back and just flatten that. But I know that these are the buildings that are gonna be here. So that's all that's done in Mythopia. I want to decorate inside the library so bad, but I know it's going to be a pain in the butt with the camera and the rooftop. And then the houses are placed over here. I have nothing done in Ever After, but the cat's gonna live here. These girly pops are gonna live here. Some royals are gonna live here. This is actually where I'm gonna put Cindy. Some more royals over here. If Cindy's not on this side, she'll be on this side. And then back here is where I have these. So that's where Raps is gonna live. So yeah, that's my plan for Storybook Vale. I have zero plan for Wish Blossom Ranch. At all. I need to live with it a little bit longer before I decide what I'm gonna do with it. So yeah, they're not decorated, they're planned out. Um, the ideas are living in my head. Some get fleshed out quicker than others, and that's when I start to go in and do them. But that is a goal I have for 2026. I know for the vast majority of them what I want to do, especially now with all the items that I have managed to get from previous events and what's not. The recommended has been so clutch. I just wish they gave us more pinned slots to go with the increased recommended slots. So my goal for 2026 is to finally get those ideas out of my head and into the valley. I love your wild tangle. I can't seem to muster the zeal to decorate anywhere but my main valley. You know, I notice. All right, let's start decorating. Okay. I notice a lot of people do forget about the other maps, whether that's just like a subconscious thing or it's a deliberate, I don't care because I'm not there as much. For me, I want to decorate them because although I may not go to them often, when I run through them, I don't like running through squalor. Plus, I do have villagers that I want living there, and I do want the whole thing to look good. I am a decorator, so for me, that matters. I buy the DLCs, yes, for the characters and all that, but literally because I want more real estate to decorate. I want more buildings to play with. I want more places to put my buildings. So that is what motivates me to decorate the DLCs because I'm like, I'm not cramming every villager into my valley. I'm not cramming every premium shop into my valley. Oh, and we don't have to look at my islands, but in terms of my islands, you didn't ask, but Plaza Island is where Oswald and Monster Inc. lives. I made it kind of very uh, an extension of sorts of my plaza. So it's very metropolitan, if you will. It actually is fully decorated. Meadow Island is where I'm going to do my Toontown. So that's where Mickey and Friends and his buildings are. Beach Island, I'm going to do a whole like kind of mermaid inspired build. So guess who lives there? Forest Island is my maze at the moment, which will probably though get demoed as I need more room for more buildings, but it is my maze at the moment. Glade is where Ursula. I had a small build for her in the Glades, and I'm gonna build it out in Glade Island. But that's also where Scar is gonna live. It's gonna be great. Sunlit Island is my farm. Frosted Island's where we are now. Forgotten Island is my Hogwarts inspired build, which is 90% done. Ancient Island I didn't do anything with. I think that's where I was going to put my Route 66, if not Glittering Island. The two go back and forth. They're still being fleshed out. And then Tangled Island is my pumpkin farm, in case anyone was wondering. I don't mind seeing your islands. Well, I don't mind showing them, guys. Because I still have some time with you guys. So I don't mind doing a little show and tell. Totally fine with that. Alright, so we'll start with the plaza. This is the first island that I ever finished. It does have a short tour in 2 parts. No, it's a reel. So if you are not hanging out with me in the other places, I think this command works. We'll find out together, I guess. You can find me on Instagram at Lady Danbury Knows. That is the first place I had ever put at Lady Danbury Plays. Yep, there we go. That is the first place I had ever uploaded any of my content before coming to YouTube. And then Pinterest, also Lady Danbury Plays. So yeah, this is my Plaza Island. Yeah, my theme was kind of like what I wanted my plaza to be, but didn't want to cram into my plaza. Let me go into furniture mode. That might be easier. So that is where as far as it's just my brownstone, just another brownstone. Oswald, the cinema, and the confectionery. All these buildings, well, the two that are premium shop, they are fully decorated, although they need to be updated. So this is the Plaza Island, and so you can tell that, like, you can almost date when I did this. It's before we had diagonal pathing. So that's why, although I do love the pattern of the kind of staircase diagonal, this is before we actually had diagonal pathing. So you can kind of tell, even with this gazebo gate hit here, because I definitely had a gazebo here. And they had changed something with the gazebos, and gazebos started getting deleted left, right, front, and center. Since we're here, let's just go ahead and put my gazebo back. Let's see. Yeah, the tea cart was in the gazebo. Okay, what is it going to delete? This gazebo did fit. So why is it giving me little yellow warnings? Yeah, I think when they had changed the foot, they changed something. There it is. Yeah, this is the plaza. It's the very first island I did. I was like, my islands are basically where ideas can go to breathe. Especially since there's no item count. So I love it up here. I used to just come up here and take pictures. The meadow, like I said, will be my Toontown, but not a replica of Toontown. It's kind of just going to be the fun island. So I have Mickey and Friends, the carousel, aka Woody's house is going to be here, the cruise ship, aka Donald's house. This is where I'm going to put like all the rides. The up house, honestly, is just one big ride as far as I'm concerned. So I dropped the items that I feel like are going to go with what I have in mind. But like I said, there are things that, let me just eat something. There are things that I have been waiting for that kind of prevented me from completing builds. So I only recently got the firehouse. Now I have it, and I feel like I can move on. I think I really am gonna keep Merlin up here. Merlin was just dumped up here. He's probably the only person I dumped because I forgot about him. So that's the plan for that island. There's nothing to see on the beach island, except Ariel. She's the only one there. Um, Ignore this. This was me showcasing items. Um, this is the stuff that will live on this island. Mermaid, but I am thinking since we got some maybe pirate items as well. Guys, are you okay? I think it's gonna be a sort of mermaid pirate island mashup. Still fleshing that out. Then we have my maze. And I didn't dump Merlin because I dislike him, just to be clear. Merlin's house can fit so many different themes. I just need to decide which one's going to be the best one for him. So I just needed to put him somewhere so that I wasn't kind of like forced to stick to something with him. Once I start building, I'll know like, this is where his house belongs. For now, he's hanging out with Mickey and him. So that's why he's there. I think Eve and Wally are also up there. It's really just because I need time. This is my maze. I actually had planned to host a maze competition to see who could get to the end first. But then, life got in the way and I wasn't streaming as much. But this is my maze. I absolutely love it. This was a brain exercise. I just needed to quiet my mind, and then I found myself building a maze. This will probably be the one thing, if I have to demolish it, I will be sad to see it go. And so I'm going to work as hard as possible to never have to touch that island. This one, like I said, is going to be Scar and Ursula. Nothing to see up here. I brought these up here because I wanted to just see how the color of these greenhouse pieces looked up here, and I like it, so I'll probably do something with these pieces up here. But I need to decide on what the design is going to look like. Sunlit is my farm, as I said. That full tour is also up on the channel. It is a full tour walking through. Oh, that took longer than expected. I did finally integrate the Wish Blossom Ranch crops in here. And I still have an empty plot because there's something I just stopped growing altogether. So I'll probably spread something out or do like a little filler build here. But yeah, all of my Wish Blossom things have been integrated. This is my sort of indoor farmer's market, still decorating inside of this. But this is the farm island / my seed storage. It's the only thing that is not stored inside my house. And then, so I made the maze. I started by looking up Maze from Goblet of Fire, if you're familiar with Harry Potter. And then I started looking up other mazes, and I found a design that I liked as my base and drew that out with the pathing, and then started building the hedging on top of it. So saying it actually sounds really easy. Doing it, well, but it was a lot of fun. Like I said, it was a brain exercise. It took my farm. I didn't do it all in one sitting. And then I had also at one point accidentally deleted it, so I had to do it over. That was fun. So after crashing out over that, I want to say it took about 6 hours, give or take. I didn't do it in one sitting, but I want to say the total amount of hours was probably about 6 hours. So this is still a work in progress. I still have some details, but it is my Hogwarts inspired build. So this interior is done, but my other Hogwarts / Harry Potter builds are inside other buildings. We didn't have these buildings yet. And so I'm in the process of slowly moving and updating all of those builds. This is actually the only villager I actively hide, Penelope's house. And that is because it sits perfectly behind this building. She's the only one I have moved from biome to biome, from island to island, getting out of my way. So I lied. I do dump villagers. Her. And it's because the house looks like this. But yeah, so this is my Hogwarts inspired build. The last update with all the witchy stuff had so many great items. So I'm slowly updating all of my Hogwarts and Harry Potter builds to then move into these buildings. This building probably won't need to change at all. But like I have herbology inside a building. Now I could, build it out here. And the boathouse, and yeah, really, really excited. So that's what's happening on my Forgotten. Where am I going? Ancient Landing. I don't even think I put anything up there. If we find something up there. Oh, that's where these two are. Yes, I had it in my mind. I was going to do a futuristic build up here. That's what it was. I even had the Inside Out house up here. You'll see where it is now. In a bit. That's what I had planned for up here. It's all coming back to me. It's been a while. If you couldn't tell. Glittering Island is where I would like to do my Route 66. But I have done nothing except drop my V8 Cafe. We'll get to it. I did map that one out a little bit, but I never came back up here. And last but not least, Tangle Island. She brings us dream sets, and we have. Well, listen. Gameloft did it to her. They set her up for failure. There's no reason for her house to look like that. They could have done a cute little candy cottage. It did not need to look like a chocolate volcano explosion. If there's a reference to that in the movie, I missed it because nothing in the movie looks like that to me. And lastly, this is my Pumpkin Island, which is where I have the Inside Out Command Center, not for aesthetic purposes, purely utilitarian. After I outlined everything and built everything, I was like, oh, let me put one of my gardening villagers up here so that if I ever want to come harvest, but I forgot to hang out with someone, I know they'll always be up here so I can just quickly say, hey, let's hang out and then harvest. They are two gardeners. Their house was the only one that could fit on my pathing. All the other at the time, all the other gardeners I had, I need to go through and just double check again. The footprint of their homes were too big. Even though I have extremely wide pathing, none of them fit. And so that's how these two ended up here. And that's what broke up my future island plans. So yeah, I gotta rethink that. Or rethink the pathing somewhere of this island. In any case, those are my islands. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, what are we eating, Joss? Okay. So that's also my thought process. I'll have ideas and then I need to mood board them and then I need to flesh them out, give them time to breathe. And then one day I'll hyperfixate and get them done, which is where I'm at right now with Frosted Heights Island. So this area, because I have it that Elsa will live here, I think this area will continue to still be a lot of ice elements. I forgot I needed to, no, actually I don't. I thought I needed to buy another Anna. I don't. I just accidentally deleted Anna's ice statue. Thank you for 24 likes on this stream, by the way, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. Especially just the start of the week. So choosing to start your day with me, choosing to start your week with me. Thank you guys. We are inching our way towards 500. I think last I checked, I was at 456. So we're about 44 away from 500 subscribers, and then I will stream my valley bulldozing process. That should be fun. I think I'm just gonna have Anna hang out here. So I do want to do a nice courtyard moment here. I was contemplating either using this gazebo or this fountain, but I feel like the wood might be a little too, I don't know. I can kind of place it, start building around it, probably with some foliage layering. Because I guess it's okay if things do start to, as I put it, thaw out on this side of the island. I really love the way these trees clip. There is a part of me that just so badly wants to create a frozen willow forest because these trees are just so amazing. But the reason I won't is because I would keep crashing into them. And I do like to, even if it takes me 3 months to return, I do like to be able to walk through my builds. I think I've exhausted how many river kits I'm gonna use on this side. I think we're all rivered out on this side at least of the island. So this is where I struggle because this is where I would actually want the other gazebo, but I think I can make the wood still work on this side. Possibly using these trees. I would have loved to have these trees. Game Loft, why do you do this to us? Thank you, Dom. That means a lot to me. Having other people see my ideas come to life after like I've recorded and done post editing is one thing, but seeing kind of like behind the curtain and hearing the ideas kind of pour out of my head, it hits different. You know, I'm sensitive about my things. So no, that really, really means a lot. I want to see how this looks and feels over here with this gazebo. I don't love it. What about this tree? I like this more. I like this more. Actually, no, I was gonna see if this would have been a good place to introduce the base game Snow Covered Firs, but I feel like that's really more the lane of the Frosty Fortress. Same with these. I think I'm gonna keep reserving these for the other side. Yeah, that pop of green says I'm alive. It says Elsa doesn't live here. What is? See, we get these trees in a cluster. Game Loft. Okay, hold on. Let's see what the elements of that cluster is. Yeah, and this is the only cluster with the white trees. Oh, but it has a bush. Okay, what if, alright, let's, how far in can I tuck this cluster and therefore hide the bush? Okay, I think I can be okay with that. If I start to maybe introduce other trees over here. So it's not such a stark transition from frozen flowers. Maybe not that one. What about this one? What do we think? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I feel like I needed to just transition a little bit more, like fewer willows probably, so that it just flows a little bit better from everything being cold and frozen to like, why is there a flower bush and the green tree here if I'm gonna make this cluster work. What do we think, guys? I think we can make this work. If no, that one still doesn't work there. Let's try maybe this one. Oh, you know what? This might be a good place for. Okay, well, I'll put you here for now. But that nook that I'm trying to might be a good place for my new favorite little crystal tree. No, I don't like the crystal tree next to the other crystal tree. Although I don't hate it in this general area. Maybe something like this over here. Let's turn it around so it's not stabbing the other tree. Can I not grab it? There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna put that there. Let's try the short one. Maybe we just have to go tiny. Yeah, I think we just have to go tiny. Can I? Should I? Oh, you know what? Let's see. Can I get these guys to look at that? They've been my new fave filler piece. Just so many sparkly reindeer. So many sparkly does. It's kind of weird that I won't decorate on the floating item because I feel like nobody will see it. I don't know who nobody is because the only people No, it is not weird at all. This is one thing I do love about Animal Crossing that I know for a fact characters engage. I do like that, like, though in multiplayer people can at least visit your island should we have actual people over. But no, I feel the same way. That's why, like, even though, like, Anna, Kristoff, and Olaf are the only characters up here because of the house, I summoned Elsa up here. I said, listen, y'all gonna enjoy this. I can't tell that y'all enjoy it, but I'm gonna tell myself that y'all enjoy it because it's like you do a lot of work, obviously, and then it's like, this is actually just for me. Like, I'm the only one actually walking through it. The other day when I was up here decorating, Anna did her usual wave, and you're doing great, Lady Danbury. And I actually said out loud to myself, thanks, girl. I needed to hear that. Because I need to know that it's appreciated. Okay, I just kind of want to make sure that space under the willow trees isn't just like a huge gap. And then maybe I'll throw in, oh, I know what I'll throw in there. Where is it? I know I used one. I just want to keep using the same one because I think there's like 3. And throw you in on this side or on this side. I'll do this side. Okay. I mean, all the flowers of the cluster is really gonna, yeah, I need to, I don't know, camouflage it, mask it, something. Just make it less obvious is really, like, I'm not even trying to hide it, like, if they turn it into something else. I just need it to not be so jarring. But like the one green tree, like life is fighting to, you know, greenery is fighting for its life over here. This kind of what, like, if I must, okay, now can we still do the gazebo? Should we still do the gazebo? I know some people would hate the skinny footprint of the gazebo in the premium shop, but I think this might have been the time where it might have worked to my advantage. What do we think? folks, what do we think? I'm going to keep working my way. I might throw one more frozen willow over here since, again, remember, this will be Elsa's house. Oh, ooh, no, that is in that tree. All right, let's move that. Let's do something like that. Let's see, where's the trunk of the tree? Okay, I don't hit that. Okay, let's just rotate you a little bit. How about that? So this is Elsa's house. So there's statue. What the? Yeah. I need to go look at Elsa's house for a sec. Okay. I need to get out of here and look at the front of her house. We hit 25 likes, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That means a lot to me. 25 likes. This is very early in the day, very early in the week. Thank you, guys. I am going to take a quick hydration break. But I will leave the screen here because it's going to be like a minute. See? Quick, quick, quick. Super quick. Let's see how the tally's looking for these morning streams. I know no one's dethroned Crest, but let's see who's working their way up. Do not forget we have our solstice command, plus a few other commands like our vibecheck command. You can check them all here just for funsies. No pressure, just funsies. All right, Cross at 1,160, Corgi 815, Meet Jaffs. I don't know if you can hear me, but you are number 4, 605. And then we have New, Brandy, Hippie, Topher, my daughter, Flower Loki, rounding out the top 10 at 505. Way to go, everyone. Ow, pew, 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 pew. You literally get your sugar cubes just by hanging out and being here. You can check your balance with exclamation point sugar. And for paid quote unquote redemptions, so the redemptions that you would actually use your sugar cubes on, you the exclamation point exchange will show you what those are. Some are like super cheap, super fun, just kind of like first, not last, like those kind of like the ones that you could redeem in every stream. Tea, Toes favorite, like just little things for every stream. And then some of them get bigger, some of them are single time use. So yeah, I think my largest redemptions, um although those I still need to tweak some things just kind of like on the back end, kind of let you like pick my design, take over the stream, little things like that. I say little things, but meanwhile it costs 5,000. So yeah, I have time though. The only person that could afford any of them is Cress. So I have time to kind of refine, and the redemptions work, but it's just there's things that you guys may not even realize, but that I would like to approve on the back end. Okay, I like that the characters sit down around the valley, so I try to decorate with them in mind. I guess if they were actually enjoying the environment, same. That's why I like having seating everywhere, creating like these cozy corner moments. Actually, I put up my cozy corner counter on the screen, and I haven't made a single one yet. Okay, I wanted to see. I wish I could zoom in. Um, okay, so the front, it very much reminds me of the Frosty Fortress. Um, okay, so this is why I was saying also those crystals that I'll get from Pegasus, I think will really come in handy. Actually, let me walk over there. So between this tree and this reindeer, um, I think I'm gonna get rid of this piece of crystal fencing. It's not really. I actually wanted to get rid of the one on both sides because I feel like it was competing with this little swoosh moment over here. Um, I don't think I'll be able to walk here, but alright, the reindeer family may have to go. From it's always like we're decorating from above. I'm feeling every nook cranny. So that's one thing I need to do with my wild tango, for example. I decorated from above and then I would go and walk it. I'm like, oh, I can't get out. Okay. Alright, my gazebo is functional. Like, because I also want my characters to be able to get in and out and move. Like, I don't want to trap Elsa. I don't want to trap Anna. I want them to be able to get through and get to the chairs and things. I think I'm gonna keep this gazebo here. Yeah, the wood isn't like walking it on ground level. Even the bush and the flowers at ground level, it isn't as jarring or obnoxious as I thought it would be. So I think we can keep moving along. One second, guys. My husband is sending me a message. Just asking about the exterminator that I was chasing down earlier. All right. Okay, I think we can keep going. The other thing that I am not convinced I love just yet, but working with what we have, is this. I love the concept. I don't know if I love the color. Again, if we had it as ice, oh, chef kiss. But I do love the concept. All right, so let's press on. I don't think I have anything here that I would use. I forgot we had gotten this thing for free, I think. When I tried to use it, it did not speak to me anywhere that has anyone used this? Like there was like a free item I think last winter. It might be like a detail that I go in and add. Like when I'm like peppering around details. In walking I did know I wanted to move. No, not you. You. And then you. Okay. That feels a little better. I will figure out the seating. I really like this chair that we get from Cindy. It took me a while to decide on the best looking table for it, but I think this is the seating that I'm gonna use a lot. I kind of like the idea of seating along the path, though. Although actually, I don't know. Even with this one, I don't think anyone can actually sit on them because no one can step on this. Whoopsie! But I am still gonna leave the chair there. Let's see how this bench. Where is it? Wish we got this bench. Like, can I get that bench? But let's see how this bench. Oh, I'm gonna duplicate it so that I can get more. Let's see. Does this bench work for? No. Let's go with the Cinderella bench instead. We also have the swing. No, don't love that. Oh, you know what I think I might love? That you did not add it. Um, not this, but I'm just gonna pull this out for the sake of just having it in my mood board. The Mulan bench. Did I put this out? I did not. Huh. I don't love it under the gazebo because it's too matchy matchy. Where is the Mulan garden bench? There we go. Magnolia garden bench. Let's see, because also, especially if I'm going to keep that fencing, I want to make sure I have a thread of stone elements throughout the build so that that fence doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. In the same way, I want to make sure I have a thread of this light wood evenly throughout. Um, yeah, if I'm gonna use something, I want to make sure it's not one of one and just kind of like sticking out like a sore thumb by itself, and that it has a friend, if you will. Um, okay, if I start to close this out, okay, maybe on this side. No, I don't love the way the height of that one looks with it. Let's try this one. Yes, yes, yes. Are you using this for your dreams? I sure will. I sure will. I do not do dedicated dream snap builds. I stand in places, I see what the tags look like, and then I take the picture. Um, I think in the entirety of my time of playing, I think I've maybe done a build specific for a dream snap maybe 3 times. 2 indoor, and 1 outdoor. Yeah, and that's just because those themes, the 2 indoor ones were early games, so I just didn't have anything, so I had to build something. And then the 1 outdoor one, it was the all the feels or something like that, the inside out one. I'm just trying to, okay. Do I love you here? I do not. So you can go. That all the feels one, there was no way I was gonna have anything that looks remotely on theme, and I was fully aware of that, so I made a build for that. But other than that, all the themes are always something that I always have something looks like it. I might have to add an element or two. It's, you know what this is missing? More reindeer. um I may have to add an element or two to kind of up my tags, but there's always something in my valley that will fit a theme. So I'm certainly going to find a corner to stand in, see which of that corner has the most tags, snap my picture, and go about my business. Kaylin, hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Happy Monday. How are you, my dear? Welcome in, welcome in. How is your day going? I know you canceled your weekend stream, so how are you feeling? Are you feeling like yourself? Were you able to get some rest? Tell me all the things. You caught me in the middle of. Have you ever seen me decorating? I'm working on my Frosted Heights island. We had a fun. Thank you, Noel, by the way. I don't do a very good job at always like showing my things, and so thank you just for asking and being curious and getting me to display my things. So yeah, thanks, Noel, if I didn't say that. Just a little class to you. All right. Let's see here. I think. Okay, I know there's a thing that I want. I just don't think it's a thing that I have. And that is driving me crazy. Something. Oh, okay, it's not this. Although, could it be this? It's not this. I mean, I'm gonna try anyway, but it's not this. No, this is not. This does not need a fountain. It might just be as simple as peppering in some sort of thawed. You'll notice I use that word a lot. Pathing moments. That might be what it's missing. And you guys already know after stream I'm gonna go in and and zhuzh and tweak and tinker. After we should be back now, but please refresh if you need to. But we should be back now, hopefully. That was definitely on my end. I can't even pretend to blame YouTube on that one. That was definitely on my end. I actually saw my service completely drop. And we have a lot of like smart devices and what's not in the house. And so I saw everything literally just stop. So I know that was entirely on me, but let me know if you hear me. You know the deal. If you are an OG, go ahead and drop microphones in the chat and let me know. Okay, Dom, telling me we are good now. Perfect, perfect, perfect. What I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted was what I think I might do is, because this side really is cold. um, in case you're wondering, in case you didn't hear me say it, Cindy's house is just a placeholder for Elsa's house. I have Elsa's house pinned, and so as soon as I get it, Cindy will be going back from whence she came. Actually, not from whence she came. She was actually in the Frosted Heights, and she's not gonna live there either. Cindy will be going to. This is gonna mess something up. Oh, that footprint is going to mess something up. Cindy is going to be living in Ever After, but I am using her building as a placeholder for Elsa's. This is gonna mess me up. Buhis. Okay, no big deal. Not a big deal. It could be worse. All right, let's see here. Okay, I wanted to see if I could go to 11, but I feel like I hear stirring in my household. I was saying yesterday, I no longer stream in my office. I stream in our entertainment room, media room, because that is where the PlayStation actually lives. It was only in my office because I was hurt. And so this is a more open area. I don't have a door that I can close and keep people out of. So once they wake up, install us. Is it called Winter Palace? All right. It looks like, tell me if you guys could just tell me what the clarity is. I was just playing with the walls, so we're not married with these. If you guys could tell me what the clarity on the stream looks like, because I'm still getting a little bit of buffering. I know you guys said we're back. You're back though, so I just want to make sure like that we're good and not like fake good. Let me know. YouTube is saying it would like me to have a better bit rate. So would I, you do. So would I. But let's use Shiny Castle. I think this is where we start to see that things were thawing, if you will. Clear for you, Noel? Wonderful. Okay. And it might just be as my devices are like waking up and getting themselves situated. Thank you for 28 likes, everyone. Means a lot to me. We are working our way towards 500 subscribers. If we hit that goal before the year ends, I will be streaming my Valley Teardown, hopefully New Year's Eve or New Year's Eve Eve. So yeah, I'd love to hit the 500 subscribers, and that'll be our little 500 subscriber celebration stream, tear down the valley stream. Let's do it. Okay, so I don't think I might tinker with this area a little bit, but I think since we've decided also to be on the other side, I don't need as many frozen willows. And I might do a more, not that one, maybe this one, a more organic transition from frozen trees to non-frozen trees. I might have to play around with these a little bit off stream. I don't hate that. See how it looks from down here. I mean, I don't plan on walking back there. And then maybe replace this one with another one of these. Oh, actually, or maybe with the other one. Here's a third height with you. Is it just me? I hate the bent tree. I feel like I'm always, whether it's the bent palms or these trees, I do not like the bent trees. I just like my trees to go straight up. I feel like I always struggle with like where to put it because it's standing here, but it's leaning in the other direction. It irks me. Is that just me? Like that's why I keep rotating this one. Okay. Okay, all good now. Dom, you're good. Noel, you're good. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. No, I don't love this. I don't love it at all. Let me see. What if I just took you? I like that better. I like that better. Just for funsies. Could I? No, it wouldn't even fit. And what I'm not doing is moving that river. I explained earlier in stream. I spent a little bit over an hour yesterday because I kept making changes to my rivers and deciding to connect them, having to basically move every single one of these over by a half tile. And so I'm never moving them again. I like it though. When lining up a path on both sides, however, I do wish there was a yeah, I don't know. I lean towards the tall ones. I mean, I've used the bent ones, like the bent palms, for example. Like I'll do two, one across from the other, like on my beach or sunlit plateau to create a sort of fake arch. Wait, it what if I rotate this? Sorry. But aside from that, when I just need the different height, meanwhile it's leaning away from where I want it to go, drives me crazy. Okay, maybe it'll actually serve a purpose. This wood. Alright, I'll keep playing around with this little corner, but where Now we're cooking with bacon grease. Put you here. Wonderful. Yeah, I'll do a little filler something over here. Okay. And that filler will probably feature items from this wood collection. Maybe this is a good place to play with this swing set, for example. Yeah, maybe, possibly. Yep, I'm hearing stirrings around the house. Yeah, so we're probably gonna wrap up in the next 10 minutes instead of going the full final hour. Dom, I'm gonna be wrapping up soon. So if you are not back, tell New I said hi. We might actually just raid into New. I think she's playing Animal Crossing. We might just raid over, unofficially raid over to New. Because I think I'm gonna end in the next 10 minutes. Because I can hear the feet moving around and the brood stirring. As they start to get their day started, and I want to make sure I get breakfast going and all of the things. So yes, if I do not see you when you come back, Dom, I'll probably see you in news chat. Thank you for hanging out nonetheless. Alright, we're gonna just do, I need to play with my foliage a little bit longer. I also, this will be my first time buying a wall kit and not buying it for the purposes of making like a full perimeter wall. I bought it for the purposes of like filler. And I need to fight the urge to, like, I know I want to do something, and I might just need to look up some inspiration to get the idea in my head, but I know I want to create kind of like these vignette moments with the wall pieces. I just need to look up some ideas and see what that'll look like. So you're gonna come over here. I do know that you're gonna live on the side of the island. Oh, what if I do like a driveway moment? I need to see what that'll look like, so I'm definitely not building it now. But I forgot I have my carriage. Okay, that's just kind of a reminder to myself to do a new driveway moment using the walls. And this is most likely going to be somewhere in this quadrant of the island. So move you over there. And then I think as this pathing, so what I'm thinking is this pathing is going to kind of like snake around this way. And this is going to be my featured courtyard moment with these palaces. Okay, let me start putting things where I know they might actually start to live. While this is going to be over here with the Frosty Fortress. Yes, that'll actually help me gather my thoughts better. Because we are, for all intents and purposes, like half the island is at least planned and mapped. Even if not anywhere done. Will I be using this clock? I think for the time being, I haven't completely dismissed it. I don't need to have you in my staging area anymore because I have enough of you guys out and about that I can just duplicate from what I've used. Alright, we are, oh, there's 2 fountains out here. We don't need that. No, you are actually going to live most likely on this side of the build. And you're going to be somewhere in this general area. Alright, alright, alright. You can go anywhere. Actually, kind of like the idea. I'm gonna put this here as a pin to myself of path lined, seating lining the path things. So I'm just putting those as a reminder to myself. Am I actually gonna use you outside? No. Alright. Okay, we made some, and this is just a reminder that I have this. All right, we made some wonderful headway. Okay, let's see. So after stream, I'm gonna continue to kind of work on this little filler area, outline some things. We are going to be, and then outline some things for this side. Um, but no, I think we made some good headway. Okay, let me get from behind this tree. Let's stand here. Let's stand here. Wonderful. Okay, so we are going to be back tomorrow, guys. Same wonderful time, same wonderful place, same wonderful island, doing all the things. Thank you guys for spending your Monday morning with me. This was amazing. I hope you guys again are having a great start to your day, a great start to your week, a great start to your holiday break if you are on it. For all you work lurkers, I hope work isn't trying you too hard, isn't doing too much. Thank you for everyone who came today, who got us to 28 likes. Thank you for the new subscribers. We are at 450 something. Again, working our way towards that 500. I'm going to keep working on this. Maybe we will, for all intents and purposes, finish it tomorrow. Who knows? At least finish it to a point until we need to, fill in those additional items. I am going to pull up news stream so we can unofficially read into her. I'm gonna say unofficially because I can't actually redirect you guys to her stream. She is not streaming Animal Crossing. She's streaming Animal Crossing, not DDB at the moment. But it's gonna be a good time nonetheless. Noel, Jabs, Meg, Dom, Cress, Kaylin. I know Daisy stopped by for a little bit. Like, thank you to everyone who popped in, everyone who said hi. Yes, that's going to be news link. That's my unofficial raid message. And if you want to catch up, oh, Flower Loki, Faith, just all the babes, all of you guys, just for coming in by saying hi. If you have not checked out my other tours that live on the channel, I would love it if you could give them a watch, a like, a comment. The watches make a difference, the likes make a difference, the comments, and obviously the subscriptions, they all make a difference. They help the channel. They tell YouTube that you think I'm cool, and then YouTube tells other people I'm cool. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Wednesday is TBD. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, evening, afternoon, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.